You ever hear the quote, every man has two lives, and the second one starts when he realizes he just has one? That quote didn't just hit me, it stuck with me. Because when I first heard it, I realized I've been alive for a couple of years, but not really living. It was like waking up one day and realizing you've been sleepwalking through your whole life. For the longest time, my days felt like a loop, like I was stuck in a endless repetitive simulation that just kept replaying. I'd wake up, scroll on my phone, go to school, zone out, maybe even nap there. Sometimes not even go to school. I'd party at night, game the rest of my night, scroll again, and do it all over. Every day looked different on the surface. But deep down, it was all the same. The same emptiness, the same noise, the same lack of meaning. I used to tell myself, this is just life, right? Everyone's doing the same thing. But if I'm honest, it didn't feel right. It felt like something inside of me was fading. I was living for everyone else but myself. I chose my career for my parents to be proud. I went to parties to not be seen. Boring, kept a smile on my face when all I felt was pain. This facade just in front of everyone. And the worst part was, I didn't know who I was outside of what everyone else expected me to be. My biggest fear back then wasn't death or failure. It was the thought that I'd spend my whole life living small, working job to job, being stuck in that same paycheck to paycheck cycle that my parents fought so hard to escape. I wanted to make something of myself, but I was too lost to know where to start. And then all at once, everything started to fall apart. My parents were talking about divorce. We found out that my family was in deep debt. We almost got evicted. And I remember that silence that came after all the fighting and arguments. The kind of silence that makes your chest heavy. I thought I was helping by giving my parents money every month. It wasn't much, but it was something. Only to realize that all they've been doing, feeding into their materialistic desires, their gambling addictions. And what did that mean for me and my siblings? It didn't help us to survive. Finding that out broke me. I wasn't just angry, I was hurt. Not just for me, but for my siblings as well. They didn't deserve that. That was probably the lowest I've ever been. I felt completely disconnected from life, from people, from myself. Every day felt like dragging my body through a fog. And one night, I was scrolling through YouTube trying to just distract my mind, and I stumbled upon a corecore video, which consists of clips of shows, movies, songs, scenes, but hearing it out, for some reason, something clicked. It was like I saw my whole life flash right there on the screen. All the wasted time, all the meaningless routines, all the pretending. Then I whispered something to myself, things will get better, no matter what. It sounds simple, but that sentence became my lifeline, because that was the moment my second life began. After that, I started changing things. Not all at once, but by piece by piece. I started going to gym more often. I started eating like I cared for my body. I stopped sleeping till noon and started waking up early, even when I didn't want to. And slowly, I started building routines that actually meant something. I began cutting people off who weren't good for me, the kind of people that only show up when it's convenient, the ones that drain you of your energy and never fill you back up. For once, I started asking myself, who do I want to be? Not what my parents want, for sure not what society expected, but what I wanted. People didn't get it. Some doubted me, some laughed at me, at the idea that I'd actually change. They still saw the fat, quiet kid who didn't know how to fit in. And yeah, that hurt. But I was done needing their validation. Because once you realize you only get one life, you stop living for others. You stop living for other people's opinions. Over time, my mindset flipped completely. I stopped running from pain and stopped chasing instant gratification. That cheap high you get from scrolling, partying, and being liked. Now I care more about peace than attention, more about purpose than comfort, more about the process than the outcome. That's when I started to feel something I hadn't felt in a long time. Pride. Not in the arrogant sense, but pride that came from effort, from growth, from finally showing up for myself. Every man has two lives. My first life was where I was just existing, chasing approval, avoiding pain, trying to please everyone. My second life began when I realized I only get one shot at this, and I was done, wasting it all. Most men never reach that second life because they think they have time. They think someday is guaranteed, but it's not. You don't know if you'll wake up tomorrow. Heck, you don't even know if tomorrow's promised. You don't know if you'll ever get another chance. And once you realize that, you start treating every day differently. Now I move with purpose. When I hit obstacles, I face them head on. When I fail, I learn. When I fall, I get back up. Because that's what living really is. Not perfection, but persistence. And if my younger brother ever asked me what it means to wake up, I'd tell him, waking up doesn't mean opening your eyes in the morning. It means seeing life for what it is, what it really is. It's realizing that you've been wasting time, but choosing not to waste another second. It's uncomfortable, you'll lose people, you'll outgrow versions of yourself, but you'll also find peace. Because for the first time, you're actually alive. And if you're going to try, really try, then go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start.